giving me this opportunity, which I see as the missing link to finally explain my mother what I do for a living. You see, I work with brands every day. I'm lucky enough that I get to create brands. I get to speak with amazing people behind these brands, and I get to shape them in a way they can connect with the customers. But here's the thing about brands. Brand has a branding issue. Some people might think that brand is a logo. Some people might think that brand is marketing. Some people might think that brand is advertising. Some people might think that brand is something that only Steve Jobs at Apple was able to do. And you might ask 100 different experts, and you will get 100 different definitions. So I'm here today to give you definition 100 number 1, which might be or might not be the lucky one. We'll see. A brand is an emotion. Or like my mentor Martin Neumeyer says, a brand is a gut feeling. It's a gut feeling about a product, a service, or organization. And here's the thing, because branding is an emotion, everyone is a brand. Everyone and everything. I am a brand. The way I talk, the way I move, what I dress, the way I move my hands when I speak with you is a brand. And each one of you today in the audience has an emotion, has a perception about me. Well, that is the brand. You make my brand. Why is branding hot? Why people like me are actually able to pay bills, and why it's so important. Mom, pay attention to this one, this is getting juicy. So, we live in a society where we have too much choice. Way too much choice. And yet, very limited time. We live in a society where everything is similar. We can lay down on the stage all our phones. They will look exactly all the same. You turn them, they have 3 cameras, 2 flashes. The apps inside the phones are exactly the same. You go in your kitchen, or you go to buy a new fridge, you go to the shop, they all do the same stuff. They're all the same. And yet we make decisions to go with one brand, with one product versus the other. And there's the other thing, we are emotional. We are emotional buyers. This wouldn't be a TEDx talk without a big ass number, so here's one. 95%, big, 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 big. 95% of the purchases that we make happens in the subconscious area of your brain. We are not that logical. Thousands of years of evolution, and yet we make purchases which are emotional driven. Harvard Business School actually studied people that have damage on the emotional side of their brain. These people are not able to make decisions. If you are not an emotional brain, you are a brain that is not able to make decisions. You see, when we buy a brand like this, like Louis Vuitton, we don't buy because we like the logo. We don't buy because we like the feel of the leather. And Louis Vuitton is not selling clothes, it's not selling shoes. They're selling status. You buy this brand because you want to be part of a specific group of people. The people that carry with pride this factor. Louis Vuitton does not sell products, they sell status. And then we buy a Tesla. Do we buy a Tesla because we want to go from point A to point B? Nah. We buy a Tesla because it makes us an environmentalist activist. We are saving the planet while driving a cool-ass car. That's what Tesla is. It's not a car company. What about this t-shirt? This t-shirt is a white t-shirt with a red logo and white typography. It's $300, 350 something euros. Do we buy it because the cotton is superior? Because the white is more whiter than other white t-shirts? Again, it's a status. I wear Supreme. I'm part of a very specific group of people. Those are my mates. It's just a t-shirt, right? No, because there's a brand on it. So if you had to take one thing away from today's talk, I would like to take away the word and the emotion of trust. We buy and interact with brands that we trust. Companies go through extensive branding procedures to build trust between company, between product and consumer. And this is really true, because when then brown emoji, you cannot see, it's a poo emoji, sorry, I have to say. When the poo emoji hits the fan, when something happens in a company and trust is broken, we have to rebrand. Because rebranding will fix the relationship between the company and the product. Back in 2015, Volkswagen lied to us. We thought we were buying very good environmentally friendly diesel cars, sorry. In reality, they lied to us. They had these chips inside the business, misleading the environmental readings, misleading the emissions. People were buying diesel cars from Volkswagen because they were guaranteed they were green cars. In reality, they were very bad cars. They got uncovered, they had to pay billions of fines. The CEO lost. It went away, the change CEO, with massive bonuses as always happen in this corporation, but that's not today's talk. What they did in 2019, they rebranded. We are a new company. We are a new company with electrical focus. Please, please, trust us again. We screwed it up. We apologized and we rebranded. We need your trust again. Same stuff happened with British Petroleum. In 2000 and something, with the Deepwater Horizon catastrophe, thousands and thousands of gallons of crude oil were spilled in the ocean. One of the biggest environmental catastrophe today. What they did, they dropped the petroleum from the logo. We are no more associated with that. They have a green logo, a new brand, they apologized. We are a new company. Nothing to do with those guys anymore. Please trust us again. I'm not here to judge if they did well or bad, just taking the facts. But because brand is an emotion does not mean that it's not driving financial metrics. These are the most performing brands. The 3 most performing brands in 2021. There is a company called Interbrand which scores brand performance. We are not talking about market value or share value. We're talking about the value of the brand based on metrics on the ability to create recurring purchases of branded products. Loyalty. This watch, I had no idea what this watch was doing when I bought it. I bought it. The new phone that I'm buying every year from Apple, I have no idea what this phone is doing. But I buy it, I love it. I know exactly where I'm getting from. Brands create such strong bonds that we buy from them whatever they do. It's from Apple, I'll get it. From Amazon, I'll get it. Strong brand value plus strong market value equals CEO nirvana. The CEO knows this. They know they need to have a strong market value, but they need to have a strong brand value as well. Those metrics go hand to hand. And the CEO is just sitting on his leather chairs. Yeah, guys, we made it. We made it. But here's the problem. We're valuing the wrong things. We're valuing money over money, over money, over money, over money, over more money. Companies understood the power of brand. They understood how to trigger our emotions so they can suck the money out of us. For them, it's just a financial metric, unfortunately. But here's the thing, brands are responsible. Brands have responsibilities that go way beyond market value, customer satisfaction, way beyond profit. Brands have an impact. Brands have an impact on each one of you, and me, inside of you, inside of me. Each of the brands we interact every day have an impact on our lives. Imagine this. There is a friend of yours that tells you there is this new amazing pizza place in town you have to try. I wouldn't be an Italian TEDx speaker without mentioning pizza or food, so let's talk about pizza a bit. He tells you, hey, this pizza place is awesome, you have to try it. Best pizza in town. What you do? The next day that your belly is telling you, oh, I would like some pizza. You go and try some pizza. Where you go? To this place. Because you trust that friend. Brands are like friends. Chances are that those brands that are part of our lives, and if that brand is telling you something, you will believe it. But some brands turn out to be bad friends. I love Facebook. I use Facebook every day. My business uses Facebook every day. Thousands of companies around the world are growing daily because of Facebook. Facebook does lots of good. But we fail to understand the flip side of Facebook. We fail to understand if something is shared on Facebook, even if it's the most ridiculous fake news, there will be someone that will believe it. We fail to understand that Facebook is fomenting hate and making it happen. In 2021, far-right groups organized on Facebook to take over violently Capitol Hill. Facebook algorithm was automatically matching hateful people with more hateful people into hateful groups to go out and do violence. They knew about it. They didn't do anything. Things are changing. Regulations are discussed. But the road is still long. It looks a very steep climb to me. We have brands like Amazon, one of the most performing brands in history, king among brands, and yet their own workers need to wear diapers because they're not allowed to go to the toilet. How the hell in 2022 we regress to medieval ages so quickly? How is it possible? King among brands, at what cost? But you don't have to be a corporation to have an impact on people. You can be a personal brand. You can have your surname be Kardashian, and your impact is terrific. There is a new terminology among plastic surgeons, which is going through from a couple of years, the Kardashian effect. 15, 16, 20-year-old that are going through extensive plastic surgery procedures because I want to look like him. We fail to understand the power of brand. But it's not all good. And certainly I don't want to send you to your weekend depressed. There are good stories. Please everyone, meet Kenzo. Kenzo is a 2-year-old boy from America that went viral because he recognized himself as the main character in one of the latest Pixar movies. We need more of these stories. We need more Kenzos. We need brands to understand how important it is for every one of us, every one of our child, no matter the ethnicity, shape, or form, to see the television as a mirror, be able to find himself into a hero of a cartoon. These are the stories that brands need to enable. These are the dreams that brands need to enable. We need to understand the power of brands. We need to understand the impact that brands have. We don't value enough the impact of brands. This is probably the 15th time I'm telling you, but that is my point. Brands go way beyond profit. So let's imagine this for a second. Let's imagine that we move from share price to brand impact. Let's imagine that we have new metrics to judge all our brands. New metrics that are based on the impact that brands have on planet, mental health, education, information, belonging, inclusivity, peace, and democracy. Wouldn't it be nice if CEO was Chief Empathy Officer? Wouldn't it be nice if this person was not only accountable for the financial metrics of the company, but also on the impact of the brand, positive or negative? Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if we had better brands for a better future? Would it be nice if we stopped creating new brands? And I already can see my business partner twisting his eyes and saying, mate, that's what you do. What are you saying? But would it be nice if we stopped adding noise to the noise? Fix the brands that we have and only allow brands that are better brands for a better future. Thank you.